Hello and welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan coming to you live Friday, almost 6 p.m. Pacific time. This is the time we get together and discuss any and all things vegan. I see we already got a few people here rather quickly. Welcome, former metalhead and late model back from her marathon road trip across the West Coast. Fu Man Poo, Starchy Hoot, what's up, guys? Third week of being vegan. You found about me and Angie's channel just last weekend. Awesome. Hey, cool if you just discovered us last week, and this is the first live stream since. So I do this whatever time it is right now for you. For me, it's about 6 p.m. on the West Coast. So whatever time it is for you, we get together at this time every Friday. I can't remember the last one I missed. Seriously, it must have been like 5, maybe 7, 8 years ago. I don't know. But anyway, we get together right at this time. So mark it down your calendar, or just remember, come and hang with us. Starchy Hood, just wanted to introduce yourself, and you might be hanging around throughout the live. Awesome. But yeah, please do. Come as often as you can. You know, if you got a real life like I don't, yeah, and you go out on Friday nights, totally cool, you know, but yeah, totally welcome. Hey, Uncle, our moderator, Uncle, and we might get moderator Peter tonight too. We will see. So yeah, good to see everyone. Gene and Fu, what'd you say? Walt Disney's Frozen had defrosted it again? What? Was he really cryogenic? The Frozen? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's time to get together and discuss any and all things vegan. So if you're a long time vegan, like I guess I have been vegan since 2010, or a new vegan like Starchy Hoot, or just interested in veganism, or just like, you know, you're a vegetarian and you're just curious about what veganism's all about, you've come to a great place, if I may say so, if I can toot our own horn here, because yeah, you got the combined wisdom of, like, you know, all the people that come to this live stream probably have, like, you know, centuries and centuries of combined vegan experience and knowledge. So we're here to help you out. If you have any questions you want to answer, if you want some tips or advice or opinions, we're happy to give them to you. And, you know, I'll try to make the distinction between I'm giving you an opinion versus some kind of like empirical fact, an evidence-based piece of information. And if you are, just as long as you're cool, you know, you like what we're doing, come and hang with us. And if you're not vegan, can you hang with us? Yeah, totally. As I said, as long as you're cool. I was not always vegan, so if you're here to learn, you're interested in what we're doing, yeah, just participate, be cool, you'll fit right in. But if you're not vegan and you have zero interest in ever being vegan, and the only reason why you're here is to stir up a bunch of crap, well, you're not going to fit in really well with this. But I do allow you toxic people one question. If you have one example or one argument as to why veganism sucks, or why I'm going to grow a third head, or whatever, you know, whatever nonsense you want to throw away, just be respectful. I mean, you don't have to like kiss my ass. Just treat me like a decent human. That's all I ask. The bar is set pretty low, and maybe we can have a little conversation. So anyway, welcome everyone. Cool. Glad people are starting to show up. I already got 25 odd people rolling in. Sweet. Late model, having a life is exhausting, isn't it? I know, totally. Huh? Fu Man Poo, quoting Kurt Cobain there. Let's see. Also, hey, Travis, what's up? Hey, you forgot it was Friday. They've been working like a dog. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Yeah, and I got my vegan cult member shirt on because, of course, veganism is a cult, right? We've all heard it. Yeah, you vegans are a cult. And we know it's a bunch of crap nonsense. But finally, I just took it upon myself to make this shirt and just confuse people. Confuse like non-vegans that come to the live stream, and make vegans who've never seen the shirt before when they come to the live stream or see it in one of my videos, make you guys laugh at the complete irony or just humor of it all. So anyway, okay, Peter, our other moderator's back. So what's going on now? That crazy raw guy that I'm sure late model is really sick of me making response videos about. I haven't seen it. Have people been watching that? I didn't take a look. I remember John Rose was going apeshit in the comments last week. No, I had 3,500 views. Not bad for my little channel here. But anyway, yeah, John Rose was going crazy in the comments saying it's our original diet or whatever. No, yeah, great. Maybe it was. Who knows? But who cares? Like, why does that make a difference? I'm vegan. I'm against animal cruelty and exploitation. I'm not trying to trace the most ancestral human diet from Australopithecus transitioning to Homo erectus or something. It's not my thing. If that's your thing, cool. You know, if you want to be like sort of a caveman, awesome. You know, we all have our passions and the things we follow. That's not mine. But anyway, so that raw guy saying granola is going to make you fat. Huh, really? Well, I mean, you can get fat on anything. You can get fat eating bananas. It just depends how many calories you're taking in and what your basic metabolism needs are. So if you're in a caloric deficit, you'll lose weight. If you're in a caloric surplus, you'll gain weight. It could be with granola, it could be with bananas. It doesn't matter. You can get fat on juice if you're drinking way too much juice. So anyway, weird. So anyway, what else you guys talking about? Hey, Nikki, Tofu Princess, woo! And Heather Snyder, welcome. And Him Financial, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining me here Friday. So how's it like, late model? What's it like to be back from your crazy road trip? It wasn't supposed to be that long, right? Like, I guess you extended it on the fly or something like that. How's it feel to be back home? I'm sure you miss being in Mendo, but it's no place like home, as they say too, huh? Move through the line. Your diet for the rest of the night is not what Homo erectus or Australopithecus are eating. Your diet for the rest of the night is herbs and beer. All right, good for you. Why not, huh? The Starchy Hoot, is that raw guy actually vegan, or does he just eat raw fruits and veggies? Well, great question, Starchy Hoot. Most raw people that I've met and interacted with are not vegan. They don't seem to give a shit about animal rights and cruelty. Or if they do, it's like a lesser thing. The most important to most raw people I've met are things that are important to that raw guy. Like, these crazy things, like it's going to cure and reverse all diseases known to man. He has said that. Cooked food's going to make you fat, or cooked food's going to kill you. It's give you all these diseases and sicknesses and all that nonsense. Not harming animals, animal cruelty and exploitation, but way down on that list of priorities. So are they vegan? Well, let's just look at the definition of veganism. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So that's why you're eating plants, because there's no other options, because you're against animal cruelty and exploitation. You're vegan. But if you're eating plants because you think you're going to like levitate and have divine revelation, or like some kind of achieve nirvana or something like that, that's not what veganism is. That's some woo-woo stuff. And woo-woo's cool. Like, I'm not knocking woo-woo. If you're into woo-woo, totally awesome. But don't conflate or confuse that with ethical veganism. It's a completely different thing. Woo-woo and being against animal cruelty and exploitation are not the same thing. But I think that weird raw guy, Raw Alignment, is that his name? Anyway, yeah, he says he calls himself vegan, but he's not talking about to animal cruelty. In fact, I haven't really ever seen him address animal cruelty and exploitation. Just all the horrible things that are going to happen to people like me that steam their broccoli. I'm going to grow a third head. What's that, late model, about your marathon 3-week journey away from home? It's weird. Every time you come, quote, home to Ben, you feel like you're just visiting, even after 6 years. I guess that's probably not going to be where you want to end up the rest of your time, right? Fu Man Poo, oh yeah, you built your home gym now, and you're going to put the studio and gym together. What a strange but interesting combo. One room dedicated to getting swole through resistance training and rocking out hard on your tube amps and stuff. Well, that's cool, Nikki. You found mushroom-based vegan fertilizer for the garden versus all the fish ones. Awesome. Good find. Starchy Who, yeah, he seems super into health and spirituality, and that's cool. Being into health is awesome. Being spiritual is awesome. I have spiritual attributes, and I prefer to eat in a more healthy vegan way as opposed to like a junk food vegan way. I prefer to eat primarily whole food plants. It's not an exclusive thing. And I like raw stuff too, but I don't like, that's not why I'm vegan. I'm vegan because I'm against animal cruelty and exploitation. So anyway, yeah, you can also be vegan and into health, but you could be vegan and not give a shit about health. You could be vegan because you're against animal cruelty and exploitation, but eat a junk food vegan diet. Just have beer and Oreos all the time. Totally vegan. Accidentally vegan, but still totally vegan. Being against animal cruelty and exploitation does not necessitate one having a desire to be healthy. I think it's a good desire to have, and I prefer to be healthy than sick and all messed up, but it's not one and the same. Hey, Ken, not Ken. Hey, Peter, you've been a member, a super Happy Fam member for 48 months. Awesome. Oh, that, if my math is right, that is 4 years. So what's that? Dr. Kim Berry, who I've told, it's so easy to show how what he says goes against the scientific consensus. And even like if you plug his name into, pretty much any cloud frontier model, even non-cloud frontier, except for maybe Grok. They all say he spreads misinformation and pseudoscience. Anyway, he said it's really important to jack up your cholesterol extremely sky high. He thinks that's a sign of wonderful health. I wonder what health organization he can refer to support that very crazy claim. In fact, I wonder if he has not only a health organization, he would get major kudos from me if he had some organization, a professional organization of cardiologists. So I'd love to see if he's just making shit up again, trying to support his horrible lifestyle. I'm sure he has horrible cholesterol, so he's trying to make, hey, high cholesterol is good. The higher, the better. Because, forget the correlation, the strong correlations between high LDL and ApoB levels in your blood and heart disease. Those data points don't exist. Higher the better. If your cholesterol is 300, get it to 500. Higher the better. Well, what's sad about that kind of misinformation, it's not just kind of funnily stupid. It can actually kill or harm someone. I mean, you could really screw someone's life up and their family up if someone were to believe that, not fact check that, not actually talk to a real cardiologist. Remember, Dr. Kim Berry, he's not a cardiologist. He has no qualifications to make these kind of proclamations about what's a healthy LDL level. He's a family doctor out in the rural countryside. This is not his wheelhouse, but he doesn't know that. He's like a walking, what's that called, Dunning-Kruger effect. He thinks he knows more than he does. He couldn't even pronounce glucans. Remember that his whole video about beta glucans. He kept calling them beta glycans, No, it's glucans, man. You don't even know the thing you're trying to talk crap on. Anyway, so let's keep going on here. But thanks for sharing that with me, Peter. Just the nonsense from that man. It just knows no ends, right? I'm with you, late model. I do love raw and cooked foods, man. There's nothing wrong with having either. Let's see. Hardly Tin Man Adonis, you've been a member for 44 months, just a 4 months shy of Peter's 4 years. And Dr. Chain, I didn't see your super chat tip there, Dr. Chain. I guess I was blabbing for like hardcore there. Do you try to keep the fats low in general? Are you into white rice, sweet potatoes? Yeah, I eat that crap all the time. I eat more like regular, potatoes than sweet potatoes. Even though I do like sweet potatoes, I just don't get them as often. Still drink big banana smoothies? Yeah, I mean on gym days, not every day, but today at coming back from the gym, I had a 5 banana smoothie. And you have to count the 1 banana I had before going to the gym. So I had 6 bananas today. But I don't have I just usually eat a banana or so in the morning and don't have a big smoothie like that unless I have done some exercise. But yeah, I eat bananas every day, and the big smoothie is just on post-workouts. But do I keep fats low in general? Yeah, I mean, assuming you're not eating a bunch of like just crazy amounts of like avocados and nuts and seeds, vegan diets or junk food, vegan diets tend to be, the food that comprises what we eat tends to be, carbohydrate rich. So you're naturally going to have a more carbohydrate rich diet than your average eater, But yeah, I mean, I do munch on. I have some like almonds that I keep around. I don't eat too many, like maybe 3 a day or something like that. If I go crazy, 5 or 6. I love avocados. We have them many days, like out of a 7-day week, maybe 2 to 4 days a week, something like that. And once a month, I eat 4 Brazil nuts for cardiovascular health. There's, Dr. Gregor's talked all about that. Mike the Vegan's talked all about that. So yeah, I don't go out of my way to avoid fats. I try not to eat a high-fat diet, and it's pretty hard to eat a high-fat vegan diet. You really got to go out of your way to eat a high-fat diet. But I'm not really afraid of fats, but if I were eating more fats, I would be more concerned. But I think I have a nice balance right now of the macronutrients. All right, Peter, you sent me a video about him saying that. Awesome. I will take a look. Hey, Hardly Tin Man, loving your job. New vegan cafe in Petersburg, Virginia. And people are saying there's no more vegan restaurants. So awesome. Good job there. Awesome. Getting a job in a vegan cafe. Let's see. Peter, do I know Jeremy Clarkson is a huge meat eater in the UK. Unfortunately, has cancer. Now, I mean, anyone could get cancer, so I wouldn't read too much into that. In fact, plant-based vegan diets, whatever. only protect you from certain kinds of cancer. It doesn't protect you from all cancers. Most notably colorectal, and if you're breast cancer. So those are the two big ones right there. I don't think it says it's going to protect you from like skin cancer or liver, kidney cancer, whatever stuff like that. But anyway. I wouldn't attribute someone getting cancer to their diet, really. And the percentages weren't that great. It wasn't like a slam dunk, like vegan diets protect you like 90% or something like that. It was a nice little game, but it wasn't something that's like definitive that if you're vegan, you will never get colorectal or breast cancer. It just reduces your chances of getting them. Fu Man Poo, keep it under control there, man. Oh, I didn't hear about that, Peter. An 18-year-old boy was killed in a horse carriage accident in Central Park, New York City. He was flung out of the carriage and got extremely injured and later died. No, man, I didn't hear that. Crap, that sucks. More reasons why they shouldn't have horse-drawn carriages any longer. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I thought they've been calling to like ban horse-drawn carriages in New York. Maybe this will like finally get that to happen. What's wrong with my hair? Someone talking about my hair. My hair is getting worse. I mean, what could I do to make my hair look better for you? Usually I just put a cap on it. I took a shower bath not that long ago because I went to the gym, played basketball. A vegan hair. Okay, tell me what is wrong with my hair. Remember, I'm just a month. Less than a month and a half from being 59 years old. So let me know, what is wrong with my hair as a 59-year-old dude? Like, just tell me what it ought to be in your mind. What should my hair as a 50-year-old man that possesses this hair, what ought it do in order to prove that veganism is not a fail? I mean, I could be bald and vegan. I could be bald and a meat eater like Joe Rogan. He's the same age as me. Our birthdays are 7 days apart, born the same year. So anyway, let me know how this proves veganism is wrong and bald Joe Rogan proves meat eating trumps veganism. So let me know. I almost sound like Bill Nye, the science guy. Wow, I didn't know about that, Satanic Steven. I'll take a look at that. The troll cannot even write complete sentences. Well, that's true of like what 99% of the trolls we get here. They have trouble expressing complete coherent thoughts and complete sentences, right? I don't know why. If you're a troll, what's the cause and effect here? Are they trolls because they don't have those cognitive skills, or they became trolls and afterwards it rotted their mind somehow and they lost those cognitive abilities? Which is it, the chicken or the egg, so to speak? My hair, same length at the moment. So I thought you said there was something wrong with my hair, but I'm probably like twice your age. So like, what's the problem? I could go Conan the Barbarian hair, and I don't think my hair is thick enough for those big haircuts anymore. If vegan hair falls, oh my goodness. My hair has not fallen as much as Joe Rogan's hair has. So what's your explanation that covers my hair and Joe Rogan's baldness, and you conclude that veganism makes guys' hair fall out? Hey, Harley Tin Man, thanks so much for the super chat tip. You're happy, healthy, and still vegan. Same here. Thanks, Tin Man. Yeah, I'm still happy, even with like trolls trying to like say weird crap like that. So now he's moved on to he has 3 unripe avocados. I mean, these are just completely random, like non sequitur, just statements that like a bot could generate. So it makes you wonder, is this dude a bot or something? But he saw that I had hair, so I don't know if a bot has that vision. So yeah, let's keep focused on the vegan subject in the chat, okay? If you can't do that, we're gonna have some issues. And I have 2 fearless, intrepid, brave moderators who are not afraid to use their granted powers from me to deal with people like the troll. So behave. Let's see, Melissa offers, watch Joey Carbstrong, Mike the Vegan, Derek Sarno, and myself. I have hair. We all have hair. I am the oldest of that group by far, and I still have hair. And if you don't have hair, it's fine. It has nothing to do with diet. I don't understand why people think that. If so, Joe Rogan should look like, he should have just look like a metal band dude and from the 80s or something like that. He's not. It's because it's genetics. It doesn't matter. Your diet can't outrun your genetics. Yeah, vegan zombie. What's he now? Like 43 or 4? Tons of hair. Still has big, thick hair. It's funny. Angie pointed out that he got another hateful comment. Some guy tried to make him feel bad. Hey, you look like you're about 30 or something. Like, yeah, 30. And he laughed again. Like, I'm way older than 30. So thank you, person who was trying to hurt my feelings, but instead you made me laugh at your stupidity and made me feel better about myself. It's funny how trolls can do that. Melissa, you're 59 and vegan and have hair? Well, you shouldn't, according to some of these people, right? Let's see, 54, 2 days ago. Your birthday was 2 days ago, late model? No way. Are you serious? I didn't know that was your birthday. If so, happy birthday to you. I didn't know you were a June birthday person. So let me know if I'm giving you a belated birthday there or not. And you still have hair. I thought you're 54 and 2 days ago you cut your hair, but your hair was there 2 days ago and then you shaved it off. Oh, well, happy birthday to you, late model 54, catching up, but I'm going to pull right ahead. You got a little closer, I'm going to just zoom right past to 59. 59's weird because, it's like, wow, next birthday is 60. Like, holy shit, like, wow. Anyway, but anyway, not about me. Happy birthday to you, late model. Carmichael, you got some Shilajit over the past week. I know exactly what Shilajit is. I tried that and a bunch of other stuff in my superfoods trying phase back in 2012 and stuff. Anyway, it's a black sticky tar-like substance that is formed in rocks and plants in the Himalayas. Yeah, the story goes that there are some monkeys sticking there, climbing up to these weird, hard to get spots and grabbing the stuff out of the rocks and people wondering what the hell are they doing up there? That seems like a lot of work. So humans went, oh, there's this cool junk. I don't know, this stuff in here. Yeah, I remember I'd make put it in the water and try to drink it. It tastes really gnarly. I'm not sure why the monkeys were all in it, but the story is it's supposed to do some good things for your health, but none of it's been confirmed by science that I remember. So anyway, hey, I enjoyed doing it while I did it. It wasn't like I drank it. Oh, I feel like crap now or something like that. I really felt the same, maybe a tad better. I'm not sure what it did, if anything, to my body or mind or something like that. But yeah, enjoy it. See what it does for you. Report back and tell me. Maybe I need to try Shilajit again now that I'm turning 59. Thanks, late Molly. 60 is still young. You work out with 85-year-olds who are still kicking ass. Well, that's encouraging to know. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I played basketball today again with against 2 guys that were younger than me. One guy was in his 20s. I think the older guy was probably in his 40s. And I won the game. I didn't think I was going to win, but actually my shot was on point today. I just have those days where I can't shoot well, and other days I feel like I'm Steph Curry. And today was like a Steph Curry kind of day. My shot it felt really good in practice and warm up. When I got to the game, it continued on. So that always helps out when your shot's going down. It can make up for a lot of ills. Like if you're trying to catch up from behind, if you string a bunch of shots together, it's it's cool. So it's cool, yeah, be able to play guys in their 20s win, dudes in their 40s win. And I'm not even in the best shape right now. I've only been going to the gym once a week since they closed my gym down. And I've been trying to go running midweek, but the past 2 weeks I've just been super busy or kind of sick. I was sick like a couple months ago. Had a real kind of summer cold or early summer cold, and as it went away, it just kind of left me more sensitive in my sinuses to things like pollens. I've been blowing my nose, phlegm, stuff like that. I know they'll say it's cooked food, but no, I'm sensitive right there. It all went away. It was fine for all this week, perfect. I did some yard work yesterday, pulling branches and tree pollens all falling down or whatever is coming down. And I had a mask on, like from the COVID days, I had a mask on. It's still an N95 mask. Still stuff got through, I guess. And kind of some of the sinus irritations back. So it has nothing to do with my diet. It has nothing to do with being sick or anything. It has everything to do with my system still being not quite 100% due to being irritated since my cold from a month and a half ago. So anyway, that's what's going on. Let's see. You did Sheilaji too? Awesome. Fu Manpu. Carmichael, you went to see the results of the Sheilaji. Like, refresh me. What are supposed to be the results of Sheilaji? I really don't remember. Like, what is it supposed to help with, or what do they claim it's supposed to do, or something like, like, I don't remember. I told you, I just remember it felt okay. It's kind of gnarly tasting, but I feel okay. But I figure that stuff's so expensive, and all these weird other super foodie things I was trying back then are so expensive. It was not sustainable. It seemed like, it was not, you didn't need to do that stuff to be vegan. I was just trying different things. It was 2012. I'd gone vegan in 2010. There weren't all the great online resources now as there were, back then as there are compared to now. There wasn't like all these vegan YouTubers and all these great websites and stuff for information. So, I don't think Nutrition Facts got started yet and stuff like that. So my point is, I wasn't sure. I was trying a lot of stuff. Like, okay, I feel good, I guess. This stuff doesn't make me feel worse, but this is like $100 a week worth of stuff. I'm not like that Brian Johnson. Is that millionaire tech guy spending all his money to live forever? I don't have that kind of money to put into that stuff. So anyway, I just stopped doing it, and I still feel good. Aloha, AJ's here. Awesome. Yeah, what is going on with that guy? Britfin, huh? Carmichael? Britfin, are you high? Are you drunk? Overly tired? Yeah, what's going on, bro? All right, what is that? Nice hair Asian? So that's my name now. Like, I'm not Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. My name now is Asian. We refer to people by their ethnic background. What should we do about that, dude? Like, should I just go up to people, want to play a game of basketball with me, white dude, or whatever, like, I'm not sure why we have to dress people by their ethnicity. What should we do with this dude? You guys tell me. I'm kind of tired of him. Peter, or Uncle, you guys want to time him out for a little bit? He's not really contributing, more distracting, all these random comments that some border on racist and ageist, and stuff. So let's get rid of him. Okay, so regarding Sheilaji, what should happen, Carmichael? You're not sure what these results should be. Improved energy? Increased focus? Look it up, huh? You're trying and seeing. Also, it doesn't seem that expensive to me. You got a little jar for like $40. A little jar for $40. How long is it gonna last? Well, the thing is, like, back then too, I was trying a bunch of other things too. I like chlorella, spirulina, goji berries, Sheilaji, just to name a few off the top of my head. It's too expensive. You don't need all that stuff. But I do miss Graven and Varlis. And yeah, Heidi's not here yet, and B-Lam is here. I don't know if he was racist or not, but anyway, we're gonna get rid of this person because they're really not helping the live stream to be a better thing. They're making it worse, and Okay, spirulina. Tell me more about spirulina, late model, because I did try a bunch of super foodie things, like I said, back in 2012. And they're kind of all jumbled together in my mind. It's not all that scientific, so I can't say what did what. So what do you like about spirulina? Like, just let me know, because I really can't say it made me feel this or did that or helped with this nutrient or something like that. So let me know why you find it worth your while to do spirulina. And I'm not bagging or anything like that. I'm just curious. So Fu Manpu says, if you're gonna do Sheilaji, combine it with steroids. Okay. Oh, cool. Uncle got him. I see Peter thanking Uncle. Thanks, Uncle, for getting rid of the guy who was not helping at all. Get some reflecting pool algae. Hey, maybe that'll make me feel really good, huh? But I don't know about the reflecting pool algae. But algae, yeah, that's what my vegan omega-3 supplement is made of. Algae, like what the fish are eating. So you don't have to eat the fish because you don't need to eat the middleman to get your omega-3s. Anyway, So Carmichael, you're big into trying superfoods too. It's really just interesting to you. Our health and nutrition is like a science experiment. Well, let me know how it goes, guys. With Sheila G, how it goes with your spirulina or chlorella that late model's into. Let's see. Yeah, I just started that not that long ago too, AJ. Just like last year, I kind of got into taking vegan omega-3 algae tablets or capsules. Well, I don't know what they are. Anyway, like vegan gelatin-like things. I don't know. They're fatty thing. Anyway, yeah, I used to take it every day with my vitamin D. No, I take the vitamin D every day. That's something I just started too, like this year basically. I've always had like historically like borderline low vitamin D levels, like 30, 29. He's got to be like 30 and above, they say. So since I've been taking the Clean Machine vegan vitamin D, like pretty much every day for this year, my level's now like, I forgot what it was, like 50 or something like that when I got my blood labs in April. So yeah, I just want to see what it's like to have high vitamin D levels. I've had strong vitamin B12 levels pretty much the whole time I've been vegan. Sometimes a little too high, so I had to back down. But my point is, I don't know what it's like to have like strong vitamin D long term, for months or for years even. So that's the kick I'm on. And I was taking for a while every day with the vitamin D, the vegan omega-3s, because I learned that vitamin D gets absorbed better with some fat in there, and the omega-3 capsule thing had all that. So yeah, I learned to take them together. Now I don't always do that every day, and I can't say I really noticed a difference. I don't feel like my brain is like better, like it's like I had a brain fog that I didn't know about and it went away or something like that. I really don't notice it from day to day if I take the vitamin D. I'm sorry, the omega-3 fatty acid pill. The algae, which I say I pretty much take it every other day. I don't notice a difference at all. Charcoal powder, that dude, I've never tried it, and I don't think I'm going to. It doesn't sound that fun. I don't know what hot dog fingers are, Fu Manpu. That doesn't sound good, whatever it is. Cacao powder in smoothies. I used to do stuff like that in my superfood days too. I bought cacao powder, made it my smoothies with it. What's that, Asia? You have a meme of the mayor in Jaws, the classic 70s Spielberg film, in front of the monument pool saying, "Come to the pool. Everyone is enjoying themselves." Interesting. Uncle, you just got a bag of spirulina just to try. Cool. Let me know how that goes. I'm just curious. Now I'm older, I'm open. If there's like one superfood that's gonna like make a difference in my life, or two maybe, I don't think I can afford more than that. One's gonna be tough. And I don't know if there's like one superfood I can devote a little bit of my budget to, and it's gonna make a tangible betterment of my life. Is that a word? Just make my life better in a way that's obvious to me. I'm willing to check it out. So let me know what you guys are thinking, or what you guys are trying, what your results have been. Okay, so that's what you're doing, 8 model. Yeah, I know you like your vitamin D and B12, which I'm all into now. Those are the two I'm doing all the time. Vitamin D every day. B12 spray maybe twice a week. I've been lazy lately, once a week, but I get it in the little multivitamin I take every day. It's not as powerful, but at least I get it. You'll sprinkle some spirulina into your smoothies, and there she goes. You keep your D on the medium to high side. Yeah, that's what you told me you were doing. So I'm going, all right, I'm going to do what late model's doing and see what that's like. I saw some science that says if you have high vitamin D levels long term, it helps with your LDL, your bad cholesterol levels too. I've only had high LDL now for a few months. I don't think that's considered long term. So we'll see if there's any improvement there. But yeah, I tell you, I started eating the 4 Brazil nuts once a month. I take them around the beginning of the month, so I guess I got to go to the store again another week and a half or so. Charcoal had a moment a few years ago. Charcoal everything. Hey Heidi, hope to come on in a bit at the Scotland Morocco game with Temple Scotland. Well, you're out at one of the FIFA games. Awesome, enjoy. Don't bother with us tonight. I mean, if you want to, but it sounds like you're doing something that's kind of like rare, right? So anyway, enjoy. But if you can hang with us, you're more than welcome. Hey, Blood Rose, your one is never too late. I was actually quite early today. Uncle, it makes your banana pea protein powder smoothies really green. Yeah, I told you I put frozen fruit into my smoothies. Usually berries. It makes my banana smoothies really red. Well, at the market, I saw a deal on this more tropical blend of fruit, so it made my smoothie more yellow, I guess, with mangoes and stuff like that. I think it even had some frozen bananas in there too, which is funny because I already put in my fresh bananas. Yeah, I'm with you too, late model. Yeah, focus on the D, because I want to see what it's like to have strong vitamin D, and yeah, I'm more of a sun avoider now than I ever was. Doesn't mean I don't go walk around in the sun, but when I do in the daytime, I got a hat on, I got sunscreen on. I don't block my whole body. I don't put all over my arms typically, unless I know I'm going to be out on a really high UV day, for a long time. Then I'll put some protection, but typically I don't. So anyway, even though. Still, it's hard to be out long enough to get like good vitamin D. So that's why I'm taking it. Even back when I was hardcore, not putting on any like sun protection, like running into the sun all the time in the early years of our channel here, my vitamin D still was like around 30, 33 at best or something like that. Even then, I'm going, how come? Like, how much more sun can a person get than what I'm getting, And I live in Southern California too. I can see if you're doing what I'm doing, but running in Scotland or something like that. But here I'm in Southern California running shirtless because I'm a dude. I can, and I'm still not, getting enough vitamin D without a supplement really. So just barely not deficient. So yeah, I'm just taking a pill now. Easy. Peter said that Paul Saladino says that blocking the sun is really bad for you and you should wear beef on your face to protect yourself. Well, funny he should talk. I know he's been saying that for years. And I am one, I'm not one to speak badly about people's appearances or anything like that, especially in a with the goal of dismissing their diet as being shit or something like that. So I'm not going to do that here. But I'm going to speak badly about Saladino's appearance to show how his advice sucks. Have you seen how that dude is like his face is aging rapidly? And that's not unique. That is a known thing that happens to people that avoid sunscreen for whatever reasons. They don't want it. They think it's bad. You should put beef shit on your face or whatever. And what happens, is it causes you to the appearance of your face to look older than you actually are. And I've noticed that on Saladino. I'm sure for him, he probably doesn't notice it. He looks at himself every day. But for someone like me who doesn't watch him regularly, but when I do, like, whoa, the dude's really aging rapidly. He's just living in the tropics or whatever, walking all day without any sunscreen. You can't avoid it, man. You're not like God or something like that. You're gonna experience what should happen, what happens to people, especially ones without a lot of melanin in their skin. So he can keep on saying that, but just look at his face, and I think the results speak for themselves. Maybe he's absorbing all this great vitamin D, but at what cost? What expense is it? It's just, he's frying his skin. It's causing him to age more rapidly, and could be potentially causing something worse than just appearance problems. So that's what I have to say. I'm not trying to speak badly of him. I'm speaking as objectively as I possibly can while giving my opinion. Just look at a video from him now and from a few years ago. Just all that UV light without any protection. I think it has an obvious effect. I would say this of a vegan too doing this. If a vegan said such nonsense and their skin was suffering as a result of too much sun exposure and no protection, I would say that too. That advice sucks whether it comes from a vegan, a carnivore, or anything in between. That's just shit advice. AJ, you avoid direct sun due to skin cancer risk. Yeah, that's very valid reason. I mean, yeah. I don't want any skin cancer problems either. And the older we get, we got to be a little more careful. And, you can avoid all this just by taking a freaking vitamin D and not being afraid that the cavemen didn't have vitamin D pills. Well, as we know, people in Paleolithic times were lucky to make it to age 30. They were out in the sun long enough to get all these horrible diseases from the sun. So anyway, that's cool, Nikki. A slather on SPF 50. I got some zinc. Like I say, it's not natural. It's freaking zinc. Last time I checked, zinc is like a mineral found in nature. Like, how is that not natural? It's as natural as any mineral, So I put some zinc oxide type stuff, SPF 30. Seems to get the job done. Between that and wearing a hat outside like a baseball cap, it seems to be a good good 1-2 punch there. Well, he can make his own sunscreen out of beef tallow, or can make it out of his own personal shit that he poops out on the ground in a hole because he's a caveman. Either way, both have the same SPF value of 0. He could rub poop on his face. He could rub his beef tallow. He can mix the two together. Either way, it's not going to do jack shit. And just look at his face. I think the results speak for themselves. Again, I'm not trying to speak badly of him. I'm just giving my personal objective opinion of what I'm seeing as far as his the sun is aging his skin rapidly. You can't hide from that. Your whatever diet you're doing there, bro, is not gonna outrun that. Oh, I talked about poop. See, Fu Man Poop. Glad you're here, right? Glad you stuck around. Let's see. Let's see, what am I missing here? It's a good day to be vegan. Yes, it is indeed, Ricky. Thanks for. Most days are a good day to be vegan for me. Most places it doesn't suck being vegan. The only place that kind of sucks being vegan, kind of strangely, is Whole Foods. You can't find a lot of good little pre-made vegan snacks there. Like they used to have the vegan BLT sandwich, totally gone. And a lot of times when they make the sandwich, they would move it from the little deli into the refrigerated section, sometimes give you half off. Nope, never anymore. It just totally sucks. All these meat sandwiches. Whole Food kind of sucks being vegan, but everywhere else I go to, it doesn't suck. King Stacks. I haven't talked about iron at all tonight, but and my iron levels are really really strong. I think I shared them recently, but historically I've had really good iron levels. They did take a hit earlier, late last year. I did have a urinary tract infection, and my iron levels, while still within the recommended ranges, dropped from my historical averages. So in January I did take some kind of iron supplement. I forgot, it was like a healthier, better kind, a chelated iron or something like that, for maybe a month or so. Not that long. Because after I went to the doctor, he said, don't even worry about that. Just come back and get your blood tested in March or April, whenever it was, and iron rebuilds itself in 3 months. So I went back. I took his advice. I backed off on that chelated iron supplement and just let my body do its thing. And when I got my blood tested a couple months ago, they're pretty much back to my normal, like the iron total, the saturation, all those things are all back in line. And I don't do anything special. That was the only time in my life I took a special iron supplement, just because my iron levels are a little down after an infection. Laymall, well, thanks for the super chat tip. Peace. Did you ever send us a paper Stanford Inn newsletter? I think you might have many years back. So if you want to send one to our P.O. box, that'd be cool to check out what they're doing. For sure, yeah. I'd love to check one out. But no, I haven't got one recently. Let's see. Uncle, ever seen the green flash right at sunset? What are you talking about, Uncle? I've seen literally hundreds of sunsets. I haven't seen any this year, I don't think. I haven't gone out to watch a sunset unless something has changed in West Coast sunsets from the past. What are you talking about? It's is something wrong with the Earth now, or is SpaceX doing something? Why would it be a green flash at sunset? I've never seen one before. What's Cool Foods, Peter? Removing some vegan items. And you said Paul Saladino also ranked a bunch of protein bars, and surprise, surprise, he ranked his own personal protein bar that he sells and markets as #1. Wow, I bet that's completely random, completely objective, right? AJ, you take iron? Cool. Yeah, if my iron levels didn't come up, I would have taken them, or my doctor would have told me to take them on the post. We didn't really visit afterwards, just communicated by email. But yeah, so everything's looking cool as far as all those biomarkers, the nutrient ones. Oh, thanks, AJ. Thanks for the vegan Italian restaurant date fund. We haven't really gone out on a nighttime restaurant date for like over a month now, but I'm gonna try to change that. I want to go now for sometime like starting either tonight, tomorrow, Sunday. Like I know Father's Day's in there. I can complicate things, but thank you so much, AJ. But before the next live stream, I'm gonna try to have our one of our vegan Italian restaurant dinner dates. One of the two restaurants, they both have vegan Italian pizzas, some vegan appetizers. One's a fully vegan restaurant, the other one's not, but they have really good vegan selections and really good Italian wines to complement their foods there. So thanks, AJ. It's going to happen really, really soon, finally. We've been doing all little brunches and stuff like that, but I really like going out for dinner, so you can do the wine pairing with it. That's the ultimate. But yeah, thank you so much, AJ. It's going to happen soon. We'll take a picture for sure for you. Oh, Foodman Pooh, speak of the devil. You just had blood work today. Yeah, pass along the results once you get back. King Stacks, can I suggest amount of food, or is it all supplements? I'm not sure if I understand your question right, but I eat like a balanced, sensible vegan diet. I don't exclude perfectly healthy food groups or anything like that. I don't eat to undereat or anything. I'm not trying to lose weight or anything. I don't look at veganism as a weight loss thing. I just eat till I'm full. Try to eat primarily whole food plants, but I don't always do that. And I do take a couple supplements. So it's not all supplements. I get the bulk of my nutrients from my food, but there's a few that you're really not getting from food. Even if you're a meat eater, it's really hard for a lot of people to get their vitamin D and their vitamin B12, even for meat eaters. Hey, thanks so much, Late Model. Thank you so much for the super chat tip. Come on, everyone. Let's help Ryan and Angie go to dinner. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, really, we haven't gone out to dinner for like over a month. So we're going to do it really, really soon. This weekend. It's a cool weekend. The restaurants are open later and stuff like that. So thank you, guys. Between what you and AJ just donated, we made some good sales on music today, too. So just a matter of just getting out there and just, let's do it, going out for a good time. So thank you so much, AJ. Thank you, Late Model. We totally have plenty to go enjoy ourselves at for some fine vegan Italian dining. So you guys are awesome. Yeah, very nice, huh, AJ? Let's see. What else are you guys talking about there? Okay, this green flash on the sunset. Has anyone else seen what Uncle's talking about there? Carmichael. Oh, you're covering the tip. It's going to be more than $2, but we'll apply that to the tip for sure. Thanks, Carmichael. Thanks so much for encouraging Angie and I to go out for a date. And also, TJ. Oh my God, you guys are so awesome. You guys, I'm not trying to make you guys feel sorry for us that we haven't gone out to dinner for like over a month, but we really haven't. So thank you guys. You guys are so sweet, and I'm touched that you guys have our backs there. Thank you so much. I want to see what Uncle said though. You see them when it's clear on the horizon many times. I've never seen it in my life, Uncle. I've watched the sun go down. I've watched it, the whole thing. I've never seen a green flash. I'll look it up. So I don't know why I haven't seen one. Carmichael, how was my latte? Wait, did I get a latte recently? Let me think. Wow, did Angie and I... Yeah, I think we shared a latte one morning this week. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. Oh, yeah, Tuesday. Our neighbor started some crazy construction. Tip. So yeah, we did go get a latte. No, Angie got the latte. I didn't get that day. But anyway, Carmichael donated $2. Should have tipped 500. No, for the tip, you said $2. I know the tips are going to be more than $2, but no, you've covered like a nice chunk of the tip. I wasn't like requesting more or anything like that, but thank you. You guys, you totally have us covered for a meal, so thank you so much. Seriously, tip, a wine pairing, vegan pizza, an appetizer. We probably got it, so thank you so much, guys. I'll let Angie know that you guys have. It's just a matter of us like getting off our butts. Like, should we go tonight? Should we go out or not? So a lot of times we're lazy or not feeling good, tired or something like that. Me, I've had the the sinus, nasal issues for the past month almost. So thank you guys. We got to just stop making excuses and go do it. Just do it, as some companies have said. Okay, Southbud says the green flashes are usually a transmitter blowing, at least on your East Coast days. Oh, okay. Here's a distinction I should ask about Uncle's sunsets that he's doing. When I watch sunsets, like 99% of the time, they're at the beach, at the ocean, whatever. I'm watching the sun go over the water and over the end of the earth, over water. So maybe it doesn't happen over water. Is that it? What's your take on it, Uncle? Are you talking about ocean sunsets or ones over land? Because ones over land, there's other stuff beneath it. Yeah, a transmitter or something like that could be going on underneath. But when you're watching over the ocean on the horizon, there's really nothing underneath it, right? So let me know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about, late model. Sometimes it's just tough to leave the house, right? Especially if you can find a plausible reason not to. I'm not feeling good today. My sinuses are bad, or a headache or something like that. Didn't sleep well last night. We got some bad sleep this week because our neighbor on Monday decided, well, I guess she decided before then, to send a crew over and totally rip down this backyard deck and overhead protection from the sun and elements, ripped it all down to, demolished it, demoed, and then built a new one over the week. Fortunately, they were done this morning, so we got some decent sleep. So anyway, that was kind of hectic. Her house is kind of like the Winchester Mystery House. Seems like she's always constructing on it. But anyway, Carmichael, okay, I'm tipping you because I know that money is not going to the meat industry. No, it's going towards whatever we get. It's going to vegan stuff, vegan pizza, vegan appetizer, like artichokes, stuff like that, so awesome. Okay, AJ, I don't feel so bad then. You're the same way. You have to really psych yourself up to go out and eat. Yeah, like after this, I'm done. It's 8 o'clock. Am I going to go out? Maybe I will. Who knows? Maybe I'll go tomorrow. I'll have many options. You almost never dine out, late model. You'll pick up something from a vegan food truck on your walk. See, we don't have that. We have a lot of vegan options here, late model, but I don't know of any good vegan food trucks that I can walk to and bring the food back. So you're lucky you got that. We have some vegan takeout places like plant-powered fast food where we can't, or veggie grill where you can take the food out and bring it home, but we got to drive there. I mean, it's really far to walk to. I mean, it could be done, but it would take 2 hours or something like that. And then 2 hours to get back. What's that, Nikki? Least favorite meal to go out for? Yours is breakfast. Yeah, we got for brunch. I can't remember the last time I went out for a breakfast, but our vegan Italian place, Mangia Fogli, has brunch on the weekends. And Wild Chive, which has been around for a while, we finally went for the first time last week. Yeah, they have brunch on the weekends as well. All vegan, both these places. So yeah. Ricky wants to know, do we prefer eating out or at home? Well, I mean, it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a fine meal, I like going to one of these 2 Italian restaurants. Sit down, it's cute in there, good vibes. Chef's making the food, they pair it with the wine. That's the way to do it. But when we're at somewhere like a takeout place like Veggie Grill or plant-powered fast food, yes, you can eat there, but it doesn't have great vibe there. They're never going to win awards on how vibey the restaurant parts are. So yeah, in those cases, yeah, we'll often take it out, either take it home or go to a nearby park or two. We have a few places that we can just go eat outside on a nice day and enjoy it, which we might do this weekend, because I didn't realize this weekend is Father's Day, and one of them is doing buy one get one free shakes, and the other one is doing buy one get one free burgers. That's at Veggie Grill, not sponsored, so we might do that. Go get the BOGO burgers, take them out to a park or something like that. So we might eat out a couple times this weekend. Real Johnsick, do I have seasonal allergies? I don't know, but I tell you, I've had some issues this year after I caught a cold earlier, and my sinuses cleared up pretty good until yesterday when I went out and did some yard work with a mask on, and then after the yard work I was done, I came back in the house like, I got the sinus thing again. So I know it's triggered by pollens and environmental stuff. So I guess so. But, I could have done that yard work in wintertime and maybe still got triggered. It's just like stuff like on this jasmine bush. Like, it's not only just the pollens from the jasmine and flowers, but just like dirt or whatever, that just sediment that accumulates on the plants as well. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's just a new thing I'm going to have now that I'm old, or just a temporary, thing. We'll see. Oh, thanks, Valerie, for date night. Angie's going to be touched that you guys have donated so much for our date night. So I guarantee we will be doing a date night really soon. I just hope we don't have to navigate too trickily with Father's Day coming up. Oh, so thank you, Fallon. You guys are awesome. Let's see, Carmichael, the lighting is great in your videos and live stream. What's my setup? It's really not that fancy. I mean, I have a pretty nice Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K camera, the Micro Four Thirds version. But my light's this cheap little Amazon light. You see people with like these big boxes or ring lights or something like that. It's just a little box, like here's my iPhone. Just imagine something like a square of this shape here with LED lights. Just a little thing that's on a little attachment to my camera. I have an overhead light on the ceiling that's helping out the room. And it's just having some lights around the room that help it out too. Like the lights that are in the back side of the room behind me help the vibe out. You wouldn't believe it, but if I turned them off, my color, and it just gets really dark. Even though they're on, they're just really light, adding vibe. Just everything together just kind of works out. So I just have a setup that I can just turn on. I know it's going to work. I maybe tweak the exposures a little bit in my camera, and that's it. Yeah, the lava lamp adds some vibes there. Peter, am I done going to Disneyland for the summer? Yes and no. Yes, we're not allowed back into the park until I think August 11th or something like that. But we did go this week to Downtown Disney because there's some food there that we just haven't tried. There's like a new coffee cafe kind of place. And Angie made I think the YouTube short's already out. And it was delicious. I'm glad we went. We had to get there before like 11 to get the breakfast. They take them away at 11. And it was good. It reminded me of this dish we used to get in Disney California Adventure. They took it away last year. It's the shawarma. It was like this wrap made with Impossible sausage and some kind of maybe just egg. It was good, and they just got rid of it and replaced it with a meat version of it. And I bitched at them. I go, why'd you do this for? This was like why I came every morning. I rushed to get there by 10:30 so I can get one of these before they sell. And they said, I don't know why they got rid of it. I guess it wasn't selling well enough. Like, it sells out every morning. I have to get here a half hour before breakfast ends so I can get one, So anyway, they made a version of that over at this coffee shop. And it's delicious. So we got one to check it out. Oh my God, this is the shawarma reincarnated. So I got a second one. So we did that. Then we walked around the hotel area. It's really tropical, really beautiful. And we got a Dole Whip after that too. So we didn't go in the park, but we had a really good meal. So we just did that on Tuesday because we were sick of our neighbor's construction. We woke up early and said, let's go have breakfast, see how that sandwich is, that vegan breakfast sandwich. It turned out to be awesome. So I could see us going back once or twice more this summer, just to get that again. Thank you, Don Jackson, for the super chat tip again, guys. Thank you so much for encouraging me and Angie to go out and have our first dinner out in over a month. Could be 2 months. It's been a long time. I said we've gone out a lot out for coffee, going out for some brunches, but we haven't gone out for a nighttime meal. And I can't remember the last one was. We'd have to look at Angie's photo library. Real Johnsick, you can get allergies at any age. Could be something to get tested. Like, what would they test? Like, yep, you have an allergy to pollens and stuff now. I did notice when we were walking around the Disney hotel grounds that a lot of pollens. It's really tropically there. It looks like you're in Hawaii or something like that. And I noticed my nose is getting irritated. I have been doing this nasal spray thing most mornings, and I forgot to do it that morning. I go, damn, I wonder if I would have had that irritation from the Disneyland pollens if I had done the spray that morning. As soon as I got back home, I sprayed my nose. So it's supposed to help just make your nasal lining and sinus passages stronger so I can get over this easily irritated sinus situation. And AJ, you said you don't have any vegan restaurants around you. That sucks. I mean, that sucks. I mean, I guess it gives me more appreciation for what we got here. I guess it keeps saying I want to leave here, but there's a lot of cool things around Long Beach, to be honest with you. But I'm just kind of over. I've been here since 2000, and I've lived in Southern California my whole life, basically. I just want to go somewhere else. But if I'm forced to live here because my rent is frozen in the year 2000 cost of living because that's when we got our house, I guess I have to. But anyway, let's see. What's that, AJ? Costco will finally open near you on August 6th. That's awesome. Even though I don't shop at Costco, I know there's a lot of vegan stuff there. And Late Model, yeah, you're the big Costco. Well, you don't shop there. Your bestie goes and brings back all the stuff. But I know from seeing like people's blogs and YouTube videos, there's a lot of vegan options at Costco. So that's awesome. Yeah, that shawarma sandwich. You saw that, AJ. So Angie posted already. I'm sure she did. Yeah, it looked good. That's what we did Tuesday. That was a surprise. We were kind of pissed off from the construction that just started and interfering with our sleep cycles. So that was a nice little reward there, going out and finding the resurrected shawarma sandwich. It was really good, AJ. I was stoked. Like, oh my God, my sandwich lives. Thank you, Disney. When was the last time you rode a coaster? We ride, sometimes we'll ride the big Thunder Mountain Railroad thing, Runaway Railroad. We usually ride that, several times a year. It's one of the it's a coaster, I guess, I guess it's a coaster. It's got a track, it goes fast and stuff, but not that fast. It's kind of like, it's fast of a coaster that I like. Is that a second one? Fallon, did you make a mistake? Did you want to refund you $5? Did you hit it twice? Let me know, because I will if it was an accident. But thank you if that was your intention, Fallon Marie, for our second super chat tip for our date night. So thank you. Thank you. Let's see what Fallon says. I'm with you, Late Model. I am planning to go north. I totally am. In fact, I'm in communication with a local realtor from here. He kind of emailed me out of the blue, but I kind of like his persistence. I think he'll do a good job for me in the future if I ever sell. And he asked me, like, why do you want to leave? Why do you want to be closer to family or whatever? It's like, no, just want to start a whole new chapter in my life, basically. Anyway, let's see if Fallon Marie is down there. Not seeing a comment yet, but yeah, anyway, thank you. So you guys like Thunder Railroad too? Yeah, it's one of the ones I can handle, some of them are too crazy, like Space Mountain, all this twist, you get whiplash and stuff like that. I don't like things that go under like circles, revolution type things. But no, I've never been to Disney World. Hey, you're from Florida, L1VVV. So yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah, we have many Floridian viewers. Like AJ's has a place in Florida. Fu Man Poo, are you still there, Fu Man? He's in Florida right now. Probably a couple others I forgot were Floridians. But yeah, we have a Florida representation here for sure. And we meet every Friday around this time. I started an hour ago, but 6 p.m., so that'd be 9 your time. Every Friday we do this live stream. Magic Mountain Twisted Colossus. I don't know what that is, Uncle, but no. That sounds like absolute 100% no way in effing hell I go on a Twisted Colossus. I doubt that's going to be some chill vibe ride. I like the Casey Jr. train at Disneyland. I just discovered that with Angie like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. This thing's awesome. It's like an opening day ride that Walt Disney built. Never goes more like 4 or 5 miles an hour. You get a nice view of like the Storybook Land canals. That ride where you go through the whale of the mouth and all that. It's really cool, really chill train. There's this cool song, Casey Jr.'s coming down the track with the smoky stack. It's really cool. I just like the whole vibe of the ride. I like vibe rides. I don't like thrill rides. I like vibes, good time vibes. And that's like the essence of a vibe ride. Peter, do I have any desire to visit another Disney? Yeah, the ones in Japan look cool. Like Disneyland Tokyo looks really cool. And their Disney Sea, like SEA, like an oceanic version. I heard that the Disney California was going to get that, but they're cheap. Every time they build a Disney park, they're always having budget problems. So Tokyo got that. It looks really cool. So yeah, I'd love to go to Tokyo Disney sometime. Yeah, the other ones look cool around the world, but those are the two that seem to like pull me in the most. And I see them like, wow, it looks really cool. Yeah, like if I ever end up in Orlando, I'll check out Disney World, and if I ever up in Paris, if I want to get away from all the other things I want to do in France, I'll try to go see Disney, Euro Disney or whatever it's called. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Yeah, I like all those, what are those called? Fantasyland rides. Those are all cool. Those old, like, carnival type rides, Mr. Toad. I go on the Pinocchio one a lot. I like to see Pinocchio and Geppetto. I think Geppetto's really cool. I like Geppetto's hair. I realize what a badass Geppetto is. He's got a cool outfit, Goes with my Italian thing. I've been doing all the Italian food discovery. Oh, Geppetto, he looks like a cool Italian. Thing. It's part of my whole the Italian trip I've been on, appreciating Italian things. That sounds like a crazy coaster there, L1VVV. What's that, Carmichael? But Ryan, you might like this ride. You stand up and no, Oh, I've done the wall thing. Yeah, it's not a coaster. I thought it was a coaster where you stand up and you're like up high. No, I've done the one thing at Magic Mountain where you spin around in this kind of smallish room and it presses you up on the wall. Yeah, that's cool. I could probably do that again. Yeah, I don't think that would freak me out. But yeah, that's cool. It's not a vibe ride, but it's not like a thrill fear ride or something like that. What's that, Noki? AJ heard Chuck Norris just died. I always hear these memes of Chuck Norris dying. Did he really die? Anyway, if you vomit, the vomit would just get forced onto your face. Just call you LLV. Okay, I shall. Awesome. Peter, you want to visit Obama's presidential center? I just heard about that. It's like it just opened up, right? Yeah, it does sound cool from the little bit I saw about it on the news. Ever go to the Renaissance Fair? Angie and I were thinking about going maybe 5-6 years ago, but we ended up not going. It's in a really hot inland place here, so it was kind of more expensive than I was looking for. But I've been a few times when I was younger. It's kind of cool, I guess. It seems really meat-oriented. I think people like to think people ate nothing but drumsticks of meat back then in the Renaissance days, but it could be kind of cool. Okay, Chuck Norris did die a few weeks ago. I didn't hear about that. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's news to me. It shows you how kind of news poor I am, and that's by intention. I mean, I usually catch the major stuff, but it seems like that would have crossed my eyeballs, like when I'm looking at my Reddit feed. Or you guys mentioned the stuff to this. So you guys are my safety net there as far as news goes. If it doesn't hit my eyeballs from Reddit, you guys will tell me. The Sterling Forest Ren Fair, is that like a special kind of Ren Fair? Or is that just the name of the one out there? I don't even know what the one's called out here. I just call it the Renaissance Fair. That's what we all call it. That's interesting, Starchy. Someone had an orange truck and they named it Truck Norris. That's cool. Naming your car. Wow, a sneak peek of the Obama Center a couple months ago. Wow, I just heard about it a couple days ago. Chuck Norris was a massive Republican and made fun of Democrats? Okay, didn't know about that. Carmichael, I'm kind of far from the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. I know where it's at, where I used to live at in Los Angeles in the 90s. I didn't live terribly far from there. I could probably get there in maybe 15 minutes or so. But right now, no, I don't go out to Hollywood for the hell of it. It's got to be something really big pressing reason. I just don't like going into LA. I just hate going to LA. It's the last place in the world I want to go is into LA, Hollywood. It's got to be some pressing thing. Just that city will suck your soul out of you. It's just not cool. But yeah, Hollywood Cemetery, Hollywood Forever Cemetery, very, very famous place. It's like they do actually concerts in there. They have a really cool Day of the Dead thing there I went to before too. But yeah, just to go out there right now, living here where I live at, no way. I don't even go to vegan restaurants in LA. Yeah, 15 minutes with no traffic, which is never. But getting from where I live to LA or Hollywood, always gonna be traffic, always gonna be something going on. Like, just, no. What's that, produce not pills? Can't you be friends with or get along with someone who doesn't share my same view or opinion? Yeah, yeah, totally, yeah, absolutely. Like, people I know and respect, people disagree with me on lots of things that are not vegan or whatever, not the same way I have the same worldview that I have, or political leanings or something like that. How about you? Are you able to get along with people who don't share your same view or opinion? As long as they're not a dick to me. I mean, like I said on this live stream, if you want to come and say something I disagree with, totally welcome to do that. Just don't be a dick to me. Just, respect each other. Let's have a honest conversation, a dialectic, something where we're actually engaging in good faith. I'm all about that, but if you're just going to disagree with me and be an asshole and not engage in good faith, we have nothing to say to people like that. Oh, Sterling Forest Ren Fair is in Sterling, New York. Oh, okay. I don't even think we refer to the area or town or city where our Ren Fair is. As far as I know, we just call it the Renaissance Fair. Wow, USA is doing well in the World Cup? I had no idea if USA had a good or bad team. Parth, is it possible to eat meat and be a good person? That's an interesting question. I'm not even going to bother to try to answer that. It's really complicated. We have to find what is a good person, like what are the attributes, and does diet affect that? That's a complicated one. L1, you've been to LA once, and for some reason you felt like a dark energy there. Yeah, totally. It was really weird. NYC though, complete opposite. You love that city. Like the Marys. Yeah, the city's got more of a vibe. It feels more alive. But LA, yeah, it has a certain kind of dark energy. I'll back that up with you, L1. I guess I liked it more when I was younger. I was more gothy or something like that. But it doesn't vibe with me anymore. And yeah, great point, late model. Like any big city, LA is huge. I'm talking about like the core of Los Angeles, which includes Hollywood. I used to live in the mid-Wilshire district. That whole stretch of LA, that's it's huge. And there's lots of areas all around there. Yeah, there's really fancy areas. Koreatown is cool out there. Really fancy areas like Beverly Hills and Century City and stuff like that. And then you get further out, you got Santa Monica, and it's huge. Venice, it's a huge place. There's no such thing as LA. But when I'm thinking of LA, I'm thinking of the mid city, the area that's serviced by the 10 freeway, those areas I talk about, from Hollywood, mid Wilshire, out to that whole area. LA is always creepy weird. Yeah, I agree with you. No Nikki Tofu. Yeah, I'd rather. Unless there's some absolute reason why I got to go to LA, like to see a band that I've had on my bucket list or something like that, or to get some piece of gear fixed, a music gear, because, LA and the Valley are the hubs of the entertainment industry. And a lot of times you find great specialized repair people out there. Unless it's something I have to do and there's no other option, yeah, I don't go to LA. Well, if there were no traffic, produce not pills, I could get say to Staples Center, let's say, where the Lakers play. I could probably get there in about 25 minutes. I could be in Hollywood. If this is no traffic, in the best scenario, if there's no one on the road, a Staples Center 25 minutes, mid-Wilshire maybe 35, 40 minutes, Hollywood maybe 50 minutes, something 45, 50, something like that. And these are in the best conditions. And I've been to the Hollywood Bowl many times to see bands. You don't get there that quickly. You got to deal with parking, which is always a mess or anything like that. Carmichael, out of Arizona or Alaska, would I rather move to? Really neither. Nothing against either of those places, but those two states you picked, there, Arizona, Alaska, have extreme climates, extreme weather. You don't need me to describe the differences between the two. So no, I don't do well in extreme heat, extreme cold, and rain and precipitation. So yeah, neither of those are in alignment with what the kind of climates I thrive in. Huh, you can't see comments from Produce Not Pills? That's weird. Huh, maybe somehow blocked them or something. That's weird. I can totally see You know what you should do? Make sure at the very top of the chat, there's a little pull down I see that says live chat versus top chat. Top chat is YouTube automatically sorting what it thinks you should see, and live chat means you see every comment. So check that out. I don't want you to be suppressed, Produce Not Pills. Yeah, AJ, yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, versus top chat. Yeah. I wouldn't want to make that choice, Carmichael, to be honest with you. Honestly. I mean, I've been to Arizona, so go with the devil that I know. I'm not calling Arizona devil, as opposed to Alaska I've never been to. I couldn't say, if I could find a cooler part of Arizona, maybe, I don't know. Okay, I'll do it. I'll take the challenge. I could live in Sedona as long as I had good air conditioning. I could probably deal with it. Like, it's further north, higher altitude and latitude than, say, Phoenix and that whole valley down there. I could probably hang in Sedona or something like that. Okay, Arizona then, if I could pick my place. Okay, you fixed it, Nikki. So hopefully you'll let us know if you see Produce Not Pills now. No, I made the choice, Carmichael. I totally made it. Oh, Chris doesn't respond to your comments, Vegan Zombie? What a bum. No, just kidding. No, Chris is awesome. No. I try to respond to everyone's comments. No, Chris is cool. I was joking about that. I just wanted to try to shock you guys. Would I rather move to LA or Rhode Island? No more of these. I already did the one for you. No more. I've never been to Rhode Island. It sounds cool and groovy, but I've never been there, so I cannot make that judgment call without having sufficient facts already to base that decision upon. Okay, cool. You're saying produce now, so yeah, good tip, guys, to do that for live streams. In fact, I always have to remind myself before I start my live stream here, as the guy running the live stream, to switch the chat from top chat to live chat so I could see everything. I learned that a few years ago. Like, people respond to some person I couldn't see. Where's that dude? I don't see him. Oh, I got to switch to live chat. Then I see everything. And I should see everything because, if there's a troll running amok, I got to know so I can, time him out or tell Uncle or Peter to, do something. Maine or Vermont? I've been to neither, so I have insufficient facts. Oh, so you've been to Rhode Island before, late model. You love your time there, but couldn't find the punk rock part of town. Oh, I was looking for CD and didn't find it. That's funny. What's that, AJ? Vegan Zombie just had his second pizza pop-up shop yesterday. Oh, tell me about that. What happens at a Vegan Zombie pop-up shop? Is it a business he's behind, or he's doing a Vegan Zombie pop-up at a shop to like a meetup kind of thing? Let me know. I'm looking for more ideas of stuff I could do, maybe. You're back, Heidi. No Scotland, no party. What happened? Did Scotland win or lose? Snowboard for sure, 100% there, Carmichael. I've never snowboarded or skydived. I've surfed, skateboarded for most of my life. So yeah, I've always wanted to snowboard. I've never wanted to skydive. It looked fun in Point Break, with Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. I always like to make that quote there, but I don't want to say it right now. It's kind of vulgar. But are we gonna jump or that's funny as F. Anyway, let's see. Produce Not Pills. Can I make pizza? No. I didn't know Chris is the pizza master. I had no idea that. I haven't watched any of those. Long Beach, North Long Beach or South, Uncle? I already have picked. I'm not in North Long Beach. I'm by the coast. Little burp there. Excuse me if you heard it. Okay, so here's what he does for his pizza pops-ups, according to AJ. He goes to different commercial kitchens to make pizza for a night now and then. His alerts are on the site hotspot. So can you actually, if you go, can you like hang out with them or buy some of the pizza or what yeah what do the alerts tip people off to do? What can the audience, his audience, do? All right, Heidi, Scotland law. Sorry to hear that, Heidi. But Juan and all the hearts of Bostonians, we had an international sleepover with them and loved them. Whoa, the internet. What's an international sleepover? And I love Scotland. I don't know anything about their team, but Scotland's great. Pure dead brilliant. How was that? That sound pretty good there? I tell you, I hung out with some Scottish people in my formative years. So I tried to like pick up on the Glaswegian accent. I can't do Edinburgh at all. It's too wild for me. Okay, I didn't know Chris is definitely the pizza aficionado. Wait, Molly, you want to sleep over with nobody? Well, it depends who these people were, right? You know, I wouldn't mind a sleepover with some of my favorite K-pop bands, maybe my favorite K-pop girl bands. I'm sure Angie wouldn't mind some of her favorite K-pop boy bands sleepover. Oh, you've been to Edinburgh 3 times? Yeah, don't you have relatives out there, Peter? Is that where your grandparents live, or they live in England? But I definitely want. I'd love to go to England sometime. That's on my bucket list. I'd love to go to England, maybe Wales, maybe go to Scotland too, so I could do my accent. I just want to walk around. Oh, great! That's brilliant. You know, Dad, you've got to meet Muffy. He's a wee little dog. How's that? Does that sound kind of convincing? Coffee or dinner, but not sleepover. Depends. It depends. It depends. Let's define this sleepover. Let's spell it out. Who's gonna be there and where will the sleepover happen? What are the parameters? Well, that's cool. See, that's what we're talking about. Late model, a sleepover with Wilson Phillips in the '80s. Yeah, I would have done that. Sounds kind of cool. I wouldn't be against that, I guess. Okay, your grandparents live in England, Peter. You just have some friends that live in Edinburgh. Oh, awesome. Produce on pills. Do I still work out consistently? No, I've had a rough year. I've had a rough year battling, sicknesses and injuries. So, no, but I do have a sort of consistent workout as I described on the past few live streams. That I can resistance train in my garage anytime. So often I'll just do it when I'm out there. Like often, I'll go out to unplug my hybrid plug-in from charging, and when I'm out there, I'll just bang out a set of bench press. Do like 11 reps and go back inside. Done. Other times when I'm going somewhere, say I'm going to the market or whatever, going to pick something up somewhere. I'll just do a set of battle ropes, bam, and then get in the car. I'll do battle ropes before I go to the gym, before I go play basketball, just to kind of loosen up. So I do get consistent workouts, but not consistently long workouts where I'm out there like doing resistance training for like 20, 30, 40 minutes or anything like that. I just haven't had the time, and my body hasn't been up for it this year. So hopefully soon. And I just haven't had the big desire. When you're getting over colds and injuries, it's like for me, I'm not feeling. I'd rather get my conditioning first so I can play basketball. I don't get like bullied on the basketball court, not like like in a playground sense, but like bullied because someone's stronger or bigger than me. Being 6'5", 198 pounds, I really don't get bullied, and I'd get bullied in the NBA by professionals, but that's not who I'm playing against. So we'll see, Produce Not Pills. If I get that desire to like really get more serious about it again, I might. You never know. I'm trying to get more back into conditioning things. I was trying to since my gym closed down, I'm only playing basketball once a week now, and I'm trying to have what would have been my other workout. I was trying to make that be a running thing, get back into running regularly. But tell you, trying to get over this dumb sinus issue I've had, and just kind of general busyness. I just haven't gone. I've just gone once so far this since my gym shut down on Memorial Day. Yeah, there you go. Late model, you like me, just improvise. If you see a way to get a workout, yeah, do tricep dips when you can in public. And the other day, I saw some nice stairs when I was at Disney, so I took the stairs and get my glutes involved, activate them. I find little things like that. The Scottish people drank all the beer. I'm not surprised. I remember when the Scottish family came over and visited one of my friends. One of the first things they did once they stayed at her house, they said, we need to go out and get provisions. And what that meant by provisions, you would think maybe maybe some bread, maybe some canvas to cut out some pants or something. No, their provisions were beer, like Guinness and stuff like that. Provisions. So yeah, they drank. Uncle, is Kennedy a Scottish last name? It was your great-grandmother's. Yeah, does anyone know if Kennedy's... Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy. Good day to you, Mr. Kennedy. Yeah, it sounds like it'd be a Scottish name, doesn't it? Or it's definitely, some kind of British island thing, but I'd buy it being Scottish. Anyone know? That's true, VLAM. If you have a manual labor job, yeah, you don't have to go to the gym, right? Yeah, sleepovers can be fun. Depends what they're about, Blood Rose. But I'm with you, late model. I'm not into having a really physical job. I'd rather go to the gym and just kind of do my thing. That's good, Heidi. The Scottish people have been partying all week, but no violence, all just fun. And they put cones in all of your statues. They put cones on them? Interesting. Yeah, Scottish haggis. Nah, down vote on that for sure. Yeah, there's something you could do. Yeah, there's late model. Yeah, just do calf raises. Yeah, as you're just waiting, stand on your tippy toes and lift your calves up. You can get some what's that activate? I used to do those before when I was like slam dunk practicing or training. Beware of functional alcoholism. Yeah, that's true. I think I was observing that. I didn't know what it was at the time when the Scottish people were staying over. I think I was watching firsthand all of them, the whole generations, not the kids, the Bairns. That's what they call the kids, right? The Bairns. Anyway, except for the Bairns, everyone is exhibiting functional alcoholism, it seems. I never did squats while brushing teeth. Another way to make those calf raises even better is do them. Well, it's a little dangerous. You got to be careful. You can't be drunk or anything, but do them like on a step, so your calves, you're on your tippy toes, like standing backwards off a step, so your calves, your heel can dip down further as you lift up. So instead of doing it off on flat ground, you could dip your heel down and then lift up more to get even more of a workout. I do those sometimes out on the steps here. Guys are hardcore. Late models hardcore. Boston is wild. Hey, it's a sports town, Heidi. I know you say you're not into sports, but you see the Scottish people come to your sports town. You saw firsthand how Boston is a hardcore sports town. You participated in it. TV show Outlander made you fall in love with the Scottish accent. Wow, I don't know if I've seen Outlander. Is everyone on there speaking with a Scottish accent, or is there like a character like Mr. Scotty on Star Trek or something like that? Produce appeals. Do people stay still? I'm eyebrow deficient. No, just that one hater VD said it like 8 years ago, and she hasn't said it since, as far as I'm aware. But no, just one idiot said it one time. It's not people. One person constitute people, but it's a class of one person, one people. You need subtitles whenever watching any Scottish programming. You're watching the Edinburgh stuff then. Yeah, that stuff needs a subtitle. I think a proper Glaswegian accent is very tickling to the ears and is fairly intelligible compared to an Edinburgh accent. It's like, whoa, I have no idea what that guy said. Nothing. No, Peter, I didn't bother to give VD a channel strike. I've got too many. I didn't even make a video this week, to be honest with you. I've had been quite busy. One thing that's kept me busy is I added a new node to my network, my home network here, and it wasn't as simple just swapping the old one out, put a new one, and moving. This has been kind of hectic, just getting things all set up again. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So, I'm not going to go to a WDE show, Mike Carmichael. I'm not into wrestling or whatever that's called. Is that what you call WDE? I'm just not into that at all. So I'm not going to spend money on something like that. Hey, Groovy Lisa. I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been, Groovy Lisa? No one's ever tried to do you even garden bro anymore. That's some old school stuff there, Produce Not Pills. Muthulan, you want a Boston Terrier. Speaking of Boston. Carmichael, there is a vegan wrestler. He was on the show last week when you went. Awesome, cool. See, there's vegans in pretty much every sport, elite athletes in every sport who are vegan. Nothing about being vegan, eating a vegan diet is going to prevent you from being an elite athlete. Other things could prevent you, your genetics, your training, your dedication, other stuff, but it's not a vegan diet. That won't be one of the stopping points. AJ, let me try to read that in a Scottish accent. We're quoting Scotty from Star Trek. I cannot change the laws of physics. I got to have 30 minutes. Give myself maybe a B- on that. I don't know. Oh, the lava lamp is 2 awake, huh? It's like not even all that interesting right now. Oh, it's doing its thing. It looks better in person than it did on screen. But yeah, there are bubbles. Like at the end, it just kind of all congeals or stays up top, whatever. And there is actual lava oil movement now. It's the last light in the house, I think, that operates off an incandescent bulb. Like you have to order special incandescent bulbs off Amazon for the lava lamp. I think they're just called lava lamp bulbs. Yeah, it's popping. We love the next generation too. Captain Picard's awesome. But the first one's so charming. I love all the 60s vibes of the first one. I love Scotty. They're all good. I love Spock, So, but yeah, Captain Picard's very charming. And yeah, it's written really well. The holodeck room, which always seems to have the safety controls get removed somehow accidentally. Anyway, yeah, they're all cool. I like pretty much all the Star Treks. Except for Deep Space Nine, I just can't get into that one. I don't know. I try and try again to I've tried several times to restart or jump back into Deep Space Nine, and I just can't get into it. But that's not bad. If I like all the other ones, that's cool. Oh, do you like my Scottish accent there, Heidi? Could I fit it in this week with all the Scottish people there? Not my parents, but just sitting there talking. It's great. People did brilliant. I think I could have done it maybe. I just partied with the Scottish people with the Scottish accent. Make them feel more comfortable. I think they're probably quite comfortable, right? Let's not talk about too much food there. Starting to get me hungry. What's up, Muthulan? You wish Star Trek would have explored post-capitalism more. Yeah, they didn't really discuss their economics all that much. Just little hints. Just like at one time when number 1 or number 2, what's his name on Star Trek Next Generation, discussed how they don't have need for eating meat anymore. They've evolved past that or something like that. Little teasers like that. Like, let's talk about that more. I like to hear more about how their economics work too. Produce Not Pills. Do I use AI? Yes, but not in the way that most people think of what AI is. Most people think, you go to one of the cloud frontier providers and, big data centers and all that stuff. And occasionally I do that if I'm stuck on something. But vast majority, like 95% of my AI is done right here locally on my Mac Studio. That's got a ton of memory, so I could put some pretty nice little models on here. The models that you can run locally have gotten way more powerful over the past year. I just started running them about a year ago, and they're like way better now. Like they're stronger than like when ChatGPT just first came out in 2022. What I got is better than that. You know, it's really powerful now. And I was telling AJ, like, there's this big movement now to run things locally. You may have heard a lot of geeks trying to run this thing called OpenClaw. A lot of people, oh, you can run this agent thing on your local hardware if you want. That kind of broke it wide open. Like, now it's really hard to find computers that have enough RAM to run local AI. I'm glad I got this computer back in 2021 when it came out, because I needed a good computer to do music and video on. Fortunately, I had a ton of RAM, so it makes it good for that. So yeah, I run it all locally. And I was telling AJ, like, Apple Intelligence, which is starting to roll out this year and into next year, the bulk of that processing happens on device in your computers and your phones and iPads and Mac's memory. So it doesn't hit the cloud unless it really has to. But yeah, you're going to see a push away from these big billionaire controlled data center driven AI to AI that you can run on your stuff at home or on your desktop at least. And the cool thing, there's so many good things about local AI. One thing is privacy. You're not giving your data or your private information or anything to the billionaires and to train off or do what they want or have a data leak and your shit gets shared with the world, or who knows, you know, everything's private. In fact, a lot of people that are running local AI, because I read the subreddits on them, are people that have to keep it private. Like, say, lawyers' offices. They can't just upload stuff to ChatGPT for their clients, their valuable financial information, legal strategies. They have to keep it local. Like, you don't even have to have the internet connected. Just undo Wi-Fi or the Ethernet cable. You can run it without the internet if you want. So yeah, there's so many advantages. Privacy is a huge one. You don't need a data center. Just run it on your local efficient hardware. If you have local efficient hardware, yeah, you can get some energy sucking NVIDIA graphics card based machine for your home that's going to make your room super hot. Or you can have a super efficient like Mac Studio like mine, which is basically an iPhone chip on crack. iPhone chips are not power hungry. They run on these little tiny batteries. So anyway, yeah. Interesting question about the AI, yeah. And I kind of use it as to have an assistant to help me with things, because we can't afford to hire people here. We're not like taking jobs away. We never hired people before, but now we can have like assistants to help us do certain tasks that get our jobs done or whatever. So it's cool. It's like bonus for us. Like, cool, having more brains to help us process stuff. Awesome. What's that, Heidi? They would party with you, the Scots. You just say, go Scotland. They say, yeah, and fist bump you. Yeah. I do it right to sound convincing. Yeah. Anyway. And Uncle, yeah, because of the whole AI data center boom and all that crap. I don't know if anyone's bought a new computer recently, but RAM is getting really expensive now. Apple's kind of kept their prices at their historical norms for a while, but they said they can't do that forever because the prices that they have to pay have gone up, and it's because of all these billionaire dickheads building all these data centers for AI, and they're just buying up all the RAM on the market. It's making it tougher for just regular people to buy computers now. I've seen analysts predict that this isn't a permanent problem. It could start correcting later this year, probably next year. So if you need to buy a computer, I've kind of put off. I was hoping to upgrade my Mac Studio this year, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'll do it next year at soonest. So yeah, no new computer for me. It's still getting the job done. It's not that old. 2021, I got it. So yeah, I was hoping to hang on to it for at least 5 years, maybe 10 years. So I'm on track. Wicked agendas here. Oh no. But Uncle, you're right. Lawyers have been caught using like ChatGPT or whatever to in court. Like, they'll cite case law, it'll hallucinate case law that doesn't exist and stuff like that. But that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in law offices. Yeah, the proper use of AI is to do it all locally, so nothing leaves the office. It's secure, private, 100%. And a lot of they just have to do that, not because they're trying to be ethical. They just have standards and practices and agreements where the data cannot leave the office. So that's why local AI is catching on in certain businesses like that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Elon Musk because I don't have anything good to say about him ever, so we'll just leave it at that. Didn't participate in the IPO, even though I probably have some tech index funds that have me exposed to it to some degree, but I can't do anything about that really unless I want to liquidate, and I'm not gonna. AI and music creation. I've never used AI ever to create a lick of music. I know there's like sites like Suno and stuff like that where you can make a freaking song, Like, no, I don't use AI for that. None of the music you hear for Love Spirals is created with AI or anything like that. I do converse with it sometimes about like music theory ideas, but I used to do that with my friends. I would like call up Duran and say, hey, I'm in G minor. The progression goes from A minor to G major 7 to I'm saying like, can I get away with a C sharp note here or not? Because it's now I'll just ask AI that, so it's not like it's helping write a song. It's helping me work out like the music theory ideas. Because some of my songs now, the chords. The music theory behind the chord structures and changes and harmonies are more complicated than they were for me like say 20 years ago. Not that I'm trying to make complicated music. I'm just trying to create like cool chord progression. So it does help me understand what I already have in place, the chords I'm making. It just helps me get a better understanding. It's like talking to a music teacher, someone who has a degree in jazz like my buddy Duran does. So it's like that. It's just getting someone who can help me, a producer and songwriter, with a better understanding of music theory than I currently have. So I don't think that's cheat or not. Just, instead of calling Duran, who I'm sure he doesn't want me to call him anymore. I haven't talked to him about it for years, but I can't rely on calling Duran all the time. But it's definitely not writing songs for me. It's just helping me get a better understanding so I can make my songs better. It's not like a cheat. Again, it's not a cheat to ask your friend a question about theory. Not like, hey, what chord should what should I do? Write the B section for me. And I don't believe Angie uses it for lyrics. She's discussing her own personal inner life, and I don't think having a machine express a human's inner life is the right use of AI. Oh, Nikki Tofu, good night. Hey, I'll be going pretty soon too, Nikki. So thanks for being with us as long as you can here. Starchy Hoot, you play guitar and do the same. You never use it to write out any of your music though. Yeah, it's just good to, like I said, it's nice to have another brain around here. That's not a brain. It's nice to have some other thoughts, a person or a thing you can bounce your ideas off of. And since I don't have another like person here that's really skilled and trained and knowledgeable on music theory questions, I can ask my local model about that. In fact, I have it all tweaked out so I can ask it such questions. I'm just asking I have a whole prompt, it's called a system prompt, all set up. It's pretty long. It's maybe like 3 or 4 paragraphs telling exactly what I'm looking for, what kind of help I'm looking for, what we're talking about, music theory and stuff like that. What's for dinner tonight, AJ? I don't know. Maybe Angie and I whip something up here. Maybe we'll go to one of the vegan Italian spots tonight instead of tomorrow or something. I don't know. We don't know yet. So when this live stream is over, I'll chat with Angie and see what's up. Don't know. Cheesy asks, isn't AI basically like a plagiarism robot? I mean, it can be if we're talking about like visual art, and music AI like Suno. But I'm not doing any of that stuff. No, I'm just asking it to, it's been trained on music theory. And there's like open source music theory. There's something called open music theory. It's like an open source music theory text and tone. There's lots of ways it was trained on music theory that doesn't make it plagiarizing. But yeah, AI, there are some aspects of AI. I don't have AI. My AI doesn't generate images or sound. It just generates text, so there's no plagiarism of like art in any of the models that I run. I just don't have that tech. I don't want that tech. You can do that locally, I guess, but I've never looked into that. Carmichael, what are my favorite keys to write songs in, and how do I choose which key to write a song in? As a guitar player, guitarists are often attracted to keys that feature a lot of like E's, like E. I love E minor, I love A minor, D minor. So those are favorite ones, but those are the ones I always write in. I just have I just kind of feel really comfortable in those keys. Often the key will be what's best for the singer. Sometimes I'll write a key, I'll start a song in a certain key, then I'll get Angie in here and realize, if I lowered it down like a whole step or whatever, or half step, it's just right in her wheelhouse. Now she sounds totally like sexy, and it's the best part of her tone there. So you really, there's some songs you can't do that too, but a lot of them when I start on keyboard, and I write a lot of songs on keyboard and piano now, so it's easier to figure the key out then. C sharp minor is another favorite one, or D flat minor. But I don't write exclusively in those. Those are just favorites. But if you look at the songs we've been writing for the past couple years, they're all over the place. But they're always minor keys. I don't write in major keys. I just always write in minor keys. Always, 100% of the time. Maybe you'll find an old song from my past that wasn't, but nowadays everything's always minor keyed. E minor is yummy. Any minor key grabs your attention. Then you like our stuff. Yeah, everything is minor. I just can't write major key songs. Are you leaving us L1? Remember, we meet together. Whatever time it is right now, is subtract an hour and 45 minutes. We do this every Friday. Carmichael, have you ever written, or would you ever write a key change into a song? I'm not one on key changes. I appreciate when I hear a song, ooh, there was a good use of key change. But no, it's just not in my DNA to write key changes in the songs. I'll try sometime. I just have to, I'll talk to my local AI, let's talk about key changes in the song. What's the common interval? Do you go up a half step, a whole step, or to a fourth or fifth? I don't know. I've never really thought about key changes much. Dominant chords. I don't use dominant 7 chords like something like this. Let's see. Dominant. Let's see. Ooh, my guitar's. I just changed the strings on this one. Yikes! That sounded like a stinker note there. Let me get one I know is in tune. Like here, you got A minor 7, A dominant 7. I use them sometimes, not a lot. They're good when you're trying to resolve a chord progression, but the way my aesthetic for sound for music is I don't like clear or just hardcore resolutions. I like tension. So you rarely see me, because you usually set up a dominant 7 to resolve back to the tonic, to the 1 chord. And I just don't do that. So I like, but sometimes it does set up something nice. But yeah, I don't use dominant 7s all that much. Yeah, a lot of times you hear a chord progression, and you just hear the resolution. It's so nice. It resolves. It's cool. I rarely do that. My chords are pretty, but they don't have that kind of resolution that dominant 7 sets up. A new artwork behind the couch. That one, no, it's been there forever, late model. That one, that painting back there, it's been there for years. In fact, some people years ago complained, said it made them feel like it was too erotic or something like that. 1-4-5 progression. I don't know if I've ever done a 1-4-5 progression. And a lot of these progressions, like 2-5-1s and stuff like that, don't really apply to me because I write in minor key, and a minor key 2-5-1 is totally different than a major key 2-5-1. So I don't even know. I often don't even keep track of the numbers of my chords, to be honest with you, Carmichael. So I might have a 1-4-5, but that sounds like not me. That sounds very basic, like, you know, so you're going. Something like that, you know. Or that was a 1-5-4 actually, but you know, those are like rock and roll chords. Nothing wrong with that, but I kind of tend towards more like neo soul types of chord changes. Not to say my music sounds like neo soul, but they got more jazz extensions on the chords. Now I'm not trying to be jazzy though. I'm just trying to find the most beautiful, sad, gut wrenching chord that's gonna make you want to cry or feel totally depressed or totally happy or something like that. That's why I use extended chords, not to be clever or jazzy, but to find just as much emotion I can milk out of them. Again, Carmichael, I really don't keep track of the numbers of my chords all that often. I really don't, you know. I just don't think that way. I just don't keep in mind, oh, okay, I'm going up to the 5th right now or something like that. I mean, I'll look at it later on, but it's not like I'll forget it after a few months or a few weeks. Are chords vegan? When I play chords, they're 100% vegan. No doubt about it. B flat, major 7, add flat 13. Huh, that could sound really good or really bad. I'm not sure. And a lot of chords like that, if you just strum it or hit it on the piano, they might sound kind of off, but in the right kind of context, how it resolves or sets up another chord, it could sound perfect, or how another chord goes into it. So it's all kind of relative in that sense. Am I involved with carcinogenic substances? Can you be more specific? Like, what do you mean involved? Like, in what carcinogenic substances are we talking about? There's carcinogenic substances all around us in the environment. Like this, I'll try to answer your question. I'm not sure what your question is. Chords are vegan in the eyes of the beholder. My chords are 100% vegan. So I've never written a song in a major key. Well, let's look at it like this, Carmichael. Every minor key has its relative major key. So you could say a lot of my songs are in major key depending on how you want to look at it. Do you want to look at it as being A minor or C major? Sometimes there's debate. Like, say, a great song I think that's open for debate is check out John Mayer, Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, from his awesome album Continuum, his just seminal album. Check out Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. You know, is it in major key or minor key? Sometimes I feel like I'm jamming in E major, or sometimes if I'm in C sharp minor. I can't tell. It can go either way. I think the argument is that I don't know. It depends how the chords resolve. I don't know. So anyway, sometimes it's hard to tell. To me, it gives off a minor keyed vibe, so I think it's minor. So anyway, you guys probably don't care about music theory too much. I'm not that great at music theory. That's why I ask questions to get answers to my limited music theory knowledge. I mean, I have some, obviously, but it's not enough so I understand how everything's always working out. But I don't need to be. I'm a producer. I'm not a composer or an orchestrator. I just need to know what sounds good. And a lot of times it's helpful for me to know why it's working as it does. But I don't have to. Any variation of F major 7. I'll give you a variation of F major 7. Here's one of my favorite open chords of F major 7. Goes into C major 7, nice. See, that's major key, I think, but it's not my song. But the way I play it, does it sound kind of minor keyed still in the same way? That's the way I feel like that character Sadness from Emotional or Inside Out, or is it Emotional Whirlwind? I feel like everything she touches turns blue and sad. I kind of do the same thing. I take some happy major chords and make them really sad. But Heidi, you got it. It's just as long as it sounds pretty, and that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do that beautiful sadness thing when I make music. So even if a chord might not sound good, I'll try to find the phrasing that makes a major chord sound sad or pretty or somehow, you know. So that's what all it comes down to. Listen, just use your ears. The theory is kind of secondary. Go with how it sounds, you know. Not to say I'm not discounting theory, but yeah, I like to use both, but I really just go with my intuitions. Good try there, Fallon. That's a great idea. I don't think we're kind of set up for that, you know, but we can maybe try to pull out one song or something like that rather than like a little concert or something like that. So yeah, those are the chords for a lot of many songs. Huh? What I just did there, F major 7 to C major 7. And see how I made it sound kind of sad. Maybe it is in a minor key if you go between those two major chords, because you know minor keys still have major chords in them too. Yeah, Michael Jackson. There you go. Didn't know any music theory. Didn't really play any instruments, but he could compose in his head. Yeah, just trust what you're hearing in your head, or what you're hearing when you play an instrument. Like, is it working? So we'll keep that in mind, Fallon Marie. That's a great idea. You know, we could maybe bust out one. The first, though, we got to do a members-only live stream, which we haven't done for months. I apologize so much, guys. I really do. Just things seem to get away from us every week. And like this week, I tried to even make a video, like a response video. So anyway. All right, we're about there, guys. I've been on almost an hour. I came on a little bit early today. And I'm still starting to feel pretty hungry, so I should go chat with Angie if she wants to walk out to one of the restaurants, or should we just wait till tomorrow or something like that, tomorrow night? Not sure. Yeah, didn't Beethoven have some like hearing challenges or something too? I thought, you know, so it's like Michael Jackson, I guess, because Michael Jackson can compose songs in his head, compose, you know, harmonies, you know, of vocal harmonies and instruments and bass lines in his head. So I guess, you know, there's that faculty. Some people are strong at it, some are not. Beethoven, Michael Jackson, probably great at that. But thanks so much, guys. You guys are so like just generous AF tonight in a most amazing way. I got to scroll down and get to thank everyone. Started off with Dr. Chain, followed up by another Dr. Chain, and then Late Model and AJ, and Late Model again, and then Carmichael, and TJ, and Carmichael again, and Fallon, and Don Jackson, and Fallon Marie. Thank you so much. And most of you guys saying for date night, so you guys really want to see Angie and I go on a date. I want to see me and Angie go on a date too, because we haven't done so for so long. Lots of day things, but we haven't gone out as a married couple type date, and, you know, dating kind of date at night for a long time. So I'll let her know that we got a lot of super chat tips tonight. So maybe she'll want to go out tonight. If not, maybe tomorrow night. Maybe we'll battle out with the dads. I'm a dad too, I guess, you know, Sunday on Father's Day. But thank you so much, guys. And I'll definitely get a latte this weekend too with some of the super chat tips. Yeah, I told you we made some good music sales today, so we'll try to enjoy ourselves a little bit, because it's, you know, it's been a while since we've gone out for nighttime wine and Italian vegan food. So thanks so much, guys. I'm gonna try my damnedest to make a video next week, so be prepared for that. Peter, send me more videos. I know you sent me one or two. Send me some more, but it sounds like you sent some good ones already about the ones you told me about earlier today. Thank you too, Peter and Uncle, for moderating. I know we had that one guy earlier, and thanks for handling him. It made our live stream all that much more pleasant, guys. So great to see you guys. Great to be with you guys once again on another Friday live stream. Appreciate you, appreciated me, and I appreciate you guys. So it all works out. We're a great fit for each other here, hopefully, guys. So see you next time. And remember, doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, guys. Take care. Love you all.